everyone! Welcome to the University of Minnesota. If you're looking for a program that's small enough to feel like home, but big enough to take you across the globe, you are at the right place. We're here at Falwell Hall, one of the most beautiful historic spots on campus, and home of the UMN Russian program. We are part of the German, Nordic, Slavic, and Dutch department, a tight-knit and multicultural community with a great legacy. Whether you're a complete beginner or already have some Russian under your belt, we offer a 6-semester sequence that takes you from Privet to the advanced level of fluency. And for our graduate researchers, we've got specialized tracks to take your work to the next level. My name is Nadia Clayton, and I'm one of the coordinators and instructors here in the Russian program at the U. I teach Russian language from beginning to advanced, Russian literature, film, and folklore. But let me introduce my other colleagues.
Hello, I'm Eric McDonald, and besides Russian language, I teach literature. A course on Dostoevsky with Crime and Punishment and the Brothers Karamazov. Another course that takes us from the strange world of 11th century Kievan Rus to the mid-19th century with writers like Nadezhda Khvoshchinskaya and Ivan Turgenev. Then for students who read Russian, I teach a poetry course that goes from Pushkin and Lermontov to Tsvetaeva and Mayakovsky, and I also get to teach Russian art and culture, which has Orthodox icons, Soviet classical music, 21st century performance art, and much more. I hope you'll take Russian with us.
Hello, my name is Irina Zaykovskaya, and I teach Russian at the University of Minnesota. I am a linguist by training, and I believe that with the right approach, every aspect of language learning process, from speaking and listening to trying to make sense of the new grammar, can be exciting and enjoyable. I also teach a course on Tolstoy, and every time I do it, students tell me how surprised they are to find the characters created in the 19th century so relatable. Next year, I will also be teaching a new course, which is called The Inconvenient Past in the Soviet and Russian Collective Memory. The inconvenient past includes World War II and the mass repressions in the Stalin era, and the course will focus on how the late Soviet and current Russian societies make sense of them.
But let's be real, learning Russian isn't just about grammar cases. It's about diving into a cultural powerhouse. Ever wanted to tackle the giants like Tolstoy or Dostoevsky? We have dedicated courses on the classics. More into movies? We cover over 100 years of cinematic history. We even go deep into the supernatural with Russian myths and folk tales, where you'll explore epic poetry dating back to the 11th century. You can go for a full BA in Russian or add a minor to your current degree. The minor is super flexible. Just a couple of core classes and a few electives in film, literature, culture, or contemporary society. It's the perfect add-on to make your resume stand out. Learning happens outside the classroom too. We're minutes away from the Museum of Russian Art in South Minneapolis, one of the best in the nation. Between our regular conversation hours, Russian language Olympiads, our Russian book club, and end-of-semester celebrations, you are joining a family. You'll showcase your skills, celebrate your achievements, and yes, there is usually great food. One of the coolest things about our students? They're multi-talented. We have Russian majors who are also studying finance, global studies, history, theater, music, aerospace engineering, computer science, or even neuroscience. In a global economy, being a Russian-speaking economist, lawyer, or aerospace engineer is basically a superpower. Our grads work on NGOs, the diplomatic sector, tech, and media. Whether you want to work for a big company or the US government, this program gets you there. But don't just take our word for it. Our students are out there using Russian to carve out unique career paths.
Hello, my name is Nick. I'm currently majoring in Russian history at the University of Minnesota. Along with this, I've been actively studying the Russian language while taking Russian and Soviet literature, history, art, and culture classes. All of my professors have proved incredibly passionate and supportive when it comes to the subject matter. If you're currently thinking about taking a Russian program, stop thinking and go for it. You will not regret it. The culture is deep and fascinating.
Привет, меня зовут Hannah. I'm a third-year student at the University of Minnesota, majoring in history and minoring in Russian. I chose to study Russian at the U because it is a challenging and engaging language that forces me to become a better reader and writer for my other classes. I really appreciate the university offers small and intimate class settings and size, which allows me to engage directly with instructors on a regular basis. The These are skills that I'm learning that I'll take with me into graduate study and beyond.
I'm a senior studying computer science. I really enjoyed taking this class in Russian literature because the books you read are very interesting, and the class gives you a lot of great opportunities to learn from really passionate professors and classmates that also really enjoy the material. And it's really fun to read these books and have these great conversations about all the ideas in them. It's a nice counterbalance to my engineering classwork. And in this class I learned a lot, had a lot of fun, and I highly recommend it.
Hello, my name is Jacob Mervitz, and I'm a piano performance major and Russian minor at the University of Minnesota. I am taking Russian here because I aspire to study at the St. Petersburg Conservatory. The Russian faculty have all been wonderful to me, and some of my favorite classes have included Russian literature, Dostoevsky in translation, and the Russian language itself. All the teachers have been more than willing to engage me in my interests and help me after class when I have needed it. I believe anybody studying anything related to Russia would have a good time studying here.
Hi, I'm Alexandra Dio. I'm a senior at the University of Minnesota. I don't major in Russian or minor in it. I'm actually a journalism major, but I minor in history where I focus on Russia and Ukraine, other Slavic nations, and the Russian program's literature courses have taught me so much about culture and religion that my history classes have never touched on.
And yes, you should go abroad. While things change, Russian is a global language. Our students are currently immersing themselves in Russophone hubs like Kazakhstan, Armenia, Georgia, and the Baltics. Programs like Middlebury and Sras offer incredible immersion in places like Almaty and Riga. Worried about the cost? Don't be. We help you hunt down the big ones. We're talking about the Critical Language Scholarship, which is fully funded, the Boren Awards up to $25,000, and our very own GNSD Russian Major Scholarship, which can grant up to $4,000. We're here to help you to get the funding you need to study and to see the world. From winning GNSD Capstone Awards to presenting original research at local symposia, our students are constantly proving that a Russian degree is a gateway to high-level thinking and global opportunities. So, whether you want to read poetry in its original form, decode international policy, or just experience a culture that has shaped the world, the Russian program at the UMN is ready for you. Come, visit us in Powell, talk to our advisors, and let's get started. До свидания! See you soon!